All bear careful I'm not too noisy, you know. I have a funny story to tell you. This happened yesterday. Well, the update of it happened yesterday. About a year ago, I think, roughly, something like that. I did talk about this before. I basically have a guy who lives on this island who fucking hates me. I don't know him. Well, I do know him. You see, when I used to work in a petrol station, he used to always come in, and I was always good to him, because like he used to always come in, and he always wanted the same 10 fags. So I used to get him out, put them on the side, and I could just... It was just, you know, it's nice that you're being acknowledged, even if it's cigarettes, and you might disagree with that. So I've been nice to him in the past. Then, a while back, let's say about a year ago, I'm driving down this road that I have to drive down to get to work, and he steps out in the middle of the road, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I just kept going past him, because I did not know what the fuck was going on. Did it again a couple of days later, and I was sort of stopped, and I was like, what's up? And we ended up having this sort of discussion argument about the fact that he said that I was going too quickly when I was actually doing 30, and he was going on about how, oh, it's so noisy, blah, 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 and I was like, well, you know, I got a loud motorcycle because I want to be noticed, so I'm safer on the road. And he went, oh, well, I wouldn't even hear you in my truck. And that proves his whole argument of me saying, he was saying I was being noisy, and then saying, oh, well, I couldn't hear you in my truck, because maybe it's not noisy enough then. Things progress over the course of the past year. Like, every time he passes me, he points at me, like literally I'll be going along and I'll just see his vehicle and this hand going like this and shouting from inside the car every time I go past him, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I've never done anything to this guy. And every time I've spoke to him, I've been polite purposefully, because I always love to keep them all high ground in these sorts of situations. I didn't see him for a while, and then yesterday, there he is again, straight away on the finger. And I was just like, fuck this, I've had enough of this, I want to go and have a chat and work out what the fucking guy's problem is, because I'm not even sure at this point. I thought up to now, it was just literally, he just disliked me for some reason, but okay, well, I thought I'd, you know, go back and have a quick chat. So I pulled up next to his car, and he was like, hi. He was like, you. And I was just like, I was like, what's the problem? You keep pointing at me, and you have been for over a year now. This has got to be pretty serious. What the fuck is up with you? And he went, you're noisy, just noisy. Put the window up and like looked the other way and waved me off with his hand, and it was just like, the fuck? And he put his window back down again. I went, are you being serious? Because I am noisy. And he went, yes, go away, or something like that. So I did a little U-turn in front of him, and as I went past, I gave him a little friendly wave. Fucking crazy old bastard, I've got a real life troll. It really is like a real life troll, you think about it. He started an argument that he ruined himself, and then persists that he's correct and has an issue forever. I really don't understand this ambulance. How did he know? He must be psychic or something. And the stupid thing about it is, yeah, I'm on a 125, it's not that loud. It is quite loud for a 125, it's single cylinder and pretty much a straight through exhaust. It does make a good brap. But not at 30 miles an hour when I'm just holding straight revs. It's, you know, when you do stuff like that, if you're just somewhere in the middle of the range, it's quiet. But there's some sports bikes on the island that will go up and down that road. They've got tiny little stubby cans and ridiculously loud. I think they sound great, I haven't got a complaint about it. Unless they're driving around at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, that was it, yeah, because I talked about that before. There is some people on this island who ride supermotos, or at least single cylinder dirt bike sort of engines, I can just tell from the noise of them. Ride around about 3, 4 in the morning just blasting around the island. I can hear them, you can hear them from bloody 3 miles away. If I was doing that outside of his house I can understand it, but no, I'm not doing that. Crazy bastard. But the story thickens, because yesterday when I mentioned this to someone I knew, they went, oh, and explained the car he had, and I was like, yeah, that's the guy. He's like, he's a fucking prick, I've seen him driving around doing like 60 in a 30, and I'm damn sure he's drink driving. And it's like, well, I don't know, I mean, the guy has got a pretty obvious alcoholic's nose, but, you know. So I've got a possibly alcoholic, crazy old dude who wants my blood. for being too noisy, just too noisy. I'm sure it's not helped by the fact that I'm riding such a recognisable bike, but he hadn't seen my bike before the mods and now, and obviously it's just handguards and stuff, so it looks generally the same bike, but I bet he was going on the fact that it was orange. So if you ride an orange motorcycle on this island, watch out, because some crazy old bastard's going to think you're me and start pointing at you and shouting. I don't think I'm going to bother going to the police about him. I mean, I haven't seen any evidence for him to be drink driving, so that would be, you know, that's like second-hand info, and that's not a good thing to start going to the police about. I don't want to fucking get other people involved. It's petty argument. Why doesn't he just get the feck off my back? I mean, what do you want me to do? Sell my bike? No, fuck off. So yes, welcome to my world, where old men are really trying to kill you everywhere. Right. Bloody monocles. Stick it in there. Yes, you see? Got bike here on the before. As I say, the playlist is on the channel. Shows you what's been done.